Alright, so it's that time in it for a little video update here for you. So I think it's very clear to see now that the persecution of me, Stephen Bell, has always been used as the pretext to run or introduce this global social engineering program, where they are using emerging neurosciences with the tried and tested electromagnetic weapons capabilities. And there has been some developments in this regard, because these technologies are not only being used against me and other targeted individuals, as they call themselves, but it's also being used against spies and counterintelligence officers by other countries towards, for example, against Russia, or vice versa, Russians against the Americans and whatnot. So there has been some developments in this regard, because there has been the security state of America especially cannot continuously keep psyoping people or gaslighting people simultaneously with this program running, which I'm the protagonist in, without me actually being it in many respects. But nevertheless, so they are starting to confirm that the symptoms that are being caused in the Havana syndrome cases are direct cause of electromagnetic frequencies, especially pulsed microwave frequencies, which is technological capabilities that have been in the development since the 50s, and since the 1995 or something along those lines, there has been a complete secrecy act, or they have all been classified, but only recently, and now it's coming more and more to light how these technologies exist and can cause all kinds of effects and have all kinds of capabilities, which obviously myself and many other targeted individuals have been talking about for a decade or more, and now it's become public knowledge. But the powers that be are still trying to sell these technological capabilities as only being used against undesirables, or being used against people that we don't like, if you will, and not obviously it's going to be used against anybody who expresses any kind of critique or who poses a threat to the powers that be's interests. And that is obviously what it's all about. It's all about power and control, and obviously these technologies are the way to go, especially when you can start to use these technologies that they are openly using against me, Stephen Bell, in the program, and when they can use them against people en masse, then you really have an effective tools for utter control of entire populations. And think of these technologies simultaneously with all of the psychological operations that are already being used against the public, and already have so much success that since 2009 this program has literally been in the works by Stephen Bell, as I say, and being used as the pretext for an entire global social engineering program, where they run propaganda campaigns on a daily basis, and they broadcast all of this propaganda content on a daily basis without it actually being real content, but it's a somewhat depiction of what I have going on. But more importantly, or more often, it is a depiction of what they are communicating through their system, these communication systems, and then they are making into virtual reality scenarios. You know, this fake real life Truman Show that I talk about, where I don't really play my own part. I don't really I don't have anything to say. I can't change a given narrative. If they have put out a story and I'm supposedly the lead protagonist, and I can't change the story has already been written, and the footage is not from my actual life, but it might be a a deep fake or AI created narrative in which they may also have incorporated some remote neural monitoring that they have recorded from me, and then they are putting it all together and making these fake real life Truman shows that are being broadcasted on a day-to-day basis. And that's on top of everything else when I'm out and about and they're using the synthetic telepathy communication system to communicate to everybody in my surroundings, where at this point in time they're basically just running psyops, accusing me of everything under the sun, especially sex crimes. And when it's not sex crimes, they want you to believe that I'm some kind of a terrorist. Hamas is the latest trend I'm sensing, and they want me to put me in connection in this virtual reality world as some kind of support of terrorism in regards to Hamas. And they're literally trying to set me up in both regards. So if they fail setting me up as some kind of sex criminal, well, then they go back to saying that I'm a terrorist. And this has obviously been going on for years, but it's getting much more and more blatant, and the public have become aware of them just wanting to set me up. But they are so successful with psychological operations, aka propaganda and psyops, that people are accepting that I'm to be set up, and everybody knowing what is going on is part of normalizing all of these draconian methods that I'm talking about, and these technological capabilities that they're doing it through. And all of this is obviously part of the technocratic authoritarianism that is taking the place of a so-called democratic rules-based society that is governed by the rule of law, which is obviously a thing of the past. And this is what all this is really about. The program's not for your entertainment, but is rather for these things that I have been talking about and highlighted in this video. So I hope this gives you a little bit of insight into the things that you already know, but maybe this will give you some more confirmation of the things that you already know.